Pastor Roy Gearhart from Galloway United Methodist Church in Franklin, Pennsylvania, sharing a few words of encouragement to help us follow after Jesus. Well, today is Wednesday. We're going to talk about a touchstone word for Wednesday. And the touchstone is about testimony. The testimony of our lives and the testimony that others bring to impact us. You see, we met yesterday, Simeon and Anna, two people that God sent to Mary and Joseph at the temple when they brought Jesus there to be circumcised and be presented, dedicated, and everything there at the temple. Well, Anna and Simeon became a touchstone of testimony for Mary and Joseph. In fact, they're part of a series of people that we can see looking back at Mary and Joseph and looking at their testimony. They become part of a series of touchstones God gives to them through other people. Think about it. Mary receives the message from the angel Gabriel. That's one touchstone. But that's all very private, very personal and internal. God gave her then someone to turn to in her cousin Elizabeth, who was now an older woman, past the years of having a child, and yet is pregnant in her 6th month. And Mary is able to go down and visit her, spend time with her, even months, in fact, with her cousin Elizabeth. And these two women are able to commiserate around the promise that they are living out, a birth that is miraculous and marvelous. And they are able to share this celebration of God's blessing together uniquely as no other people could. And so God gave Mary a second touchstone in his testimony connection with her cousin Elizabeth. And then when they actually come to the point of giving birth to Jesus, they're in this town where they are not able to be settled into a guest room like they had hoped or wished for or would have expected. Instead, they end up kind of tossed aside in some sense. And yet God sent them another touchstone, a testimony touchstone with the shepherds who were keeping watch over their flock by night. And lo, an angel of the Lord appeared unto them, and they were sore afraid. But when the angels were finished addressing the shepherds, they gave them a mission. Go and find this baby that's born in Bethlehem tonight, the Savior that God has sent. And so off they went. And can you imagine the amazement of Mary and Joseph to be able to have these shepherds come in and say, angels spoke to us and told us to find this baby. And all of a sudden they have someone else, a testimony from their lives that now is a touchstone to them, that they are able to share this moment with a group of people that also understand when an angel comes to call, who also now have heard from God that this baby is the Savior, the promise that God has sent us. And they are able to share this, reinforcing their faith step by step. Now, just shortly after that birth, Mary and Joseph are at the temple, and even there, these two people, Anna and Simeon, come and greet them, professing all sorts of wondrous statements over Jesus, forecasting who he is going to be and how their lives are going to be affected. And they are able to, once again, have a touchstone. Listen, the joy about this is that God gives all of us touchstones to build our faith. Touchstones many times of testimony where other people are there as part of our life, able to speak over our lives with prophetic witness, sometimes just sharing with us their testimony that brings us inspiration and allows us to have a mirror in which we can see the work of God reflected in our own lives and be moved forward. But they all become these memorable touchstones. Sunday morning, I shared a touchstone where one elderly pastor, while I was on a mission trip under his leadership, came and put his hand on my shoulder in just a gentle but firm, knowing touch that spoke into my homesickness in that moment in a way that has been unforgettable for the past 30 years. You and I gain touchstones of God's presence, a testimony that speaks to our lives and builds our faith. So look for that. Seek God and you will see it. And He'll build your faith and strengthen you every step along the way. May God bless you. And as you share His good news, well, maybe you'll become someone else's touchstone. So may God make you a blessing wherever He takes you.